Hey guys, in this video, I will be talking about the most popular methods in Grow Garden, how you can do them, and how to make the most money using the best obtainable crop in the game, that being the Bone Blossom. This is my first video, so I'd like to let you know what you can expect from my channel and what my content will be about. There are a lot of things that go unsaid regarding Grow Garden, and my goal is to help you understand them, and I'll go beyond just the sprinkler method, and I'll teach you how each sprinkler works, even if stacking them gives better results. My content will be mainly Grow Garden, but there's always room to venture to different games. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm sure you clicked on this video wondering how to do the best methods, but first, we gotta understand what a method is. A method is a process for attaining an object. In other words, it's a way to get something using the best way possible. In Grow Garden, you can use these methods to get the best plants, pets, and gear. In this video, I will cover how to do 4 of the most popular methods, how to get what you need for them, and how to get the biggest bone blossom in your garden. First is the sprinkler method. This is likely the most known method to the game, and that is the sprinkler method, or also known as the foil method. This method allows you to get big fruit, which in turn will make you a lot of money. Every sprinkler in the game can be bought from the gear shop, or dug up by the mole pet. First, let's understand how each sprinkler works. First is the basic sprinkler. It's sold for 25,000 shekels, and when in stock, appears 1 to 3 at a single time. It increases growth speed and size of fruit, and it lasts 5 minutes. Next is the advanced sprinkler, which costs 50,000 shekels and increases growth speed and mutation chances. But notice how it doesn't say that it helps with fruit size, but rather just growth speed. Does this mean that you don't need it for the sprinkler method, because the whole idea around it is that you're aiming for big fruit? We'll have to find that out in another video, so without further ado, let's keep going. The next sprinkler on the list is the godly sprinkler. This costs a whopping 120,000 shekels and only stocks 1 at a time. It is a mythical rarity, and it increases growth speed, mutation chances, and fruit size. And lastly is the master sprinkler, of divine rarity and costs 10 million shekels. It is the rarest of all sprinklers and comes in stock around 1 to 2 days. If you're lucky enough, there's a chance for 2 to arrive within the same day. The stocks are completely random, but just make sure to always check the gear shop whenever it resets. I will teach you how to do the method. First is finding a plant that has high base price and has potential to grow big fruits. These include moon melon, bone blossom, lilacs, candy blossom, burning bud, moon mango, and many more. I would suggest using this on your best fruit for the most profit. The most important note is making sure that your plant of choice is fully grown and has fruit. Do not harvest or you risk the potential of the plant not growing as big. So with your plant with all fruits on it, equip the master sprinkler first. There's a reason. Your plant will take effect of the first sprinkler it comes in contact with, and if we lead with basic first, then it will grow with that effect. So we lead with master, godly, and basic. I won't use an advanced sprinkler because it doesn't increase the size of my fruit. Rather, it only increases the mutation chances and how fast it grows. But for this, we won't need that. After placing the sprinklers down, you want to quickly harvest your fruit and then leave the game for around 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, when you join back, you will get a text on screen that says your garden looked like this, and now it looks like this. You'll get a big white flash, and you should see big fruit. Leaving the game saves the time on your sprinklers, and also acts as a free grow all without you having to spend Robux. When this white flash appears, you should see your new fruit, which should have a majority increase in size. If you're happy with the size of the fruit, I suggest using the favorite tool on it. Check to see if your sprinklers ran out, or not, and if you can harvest the fruits that aren't so big, and go ahead and leave the game again. You can do this up to 4 times, with occasionally placing down more godly, maybe advanced, and basic sprinklers. You won't have to replace the master, as it lasts 10 minutes compared to the 5 minutes for the other sprinklers. This wraps up the sprinkler method, with it being the best way to make money in all of Grow a Garden. Next up is the Try Moon method, or also known as the Mooncat method. The Mooncat is a mythical pet that was introduced during the Lunar Glow event. It was obtainable through the Twilight Shop that appeared every hour and could be bought for 100 million shekels. It was also reintroduced during the Summer Harvest event with a 10% chance. I helped myself too during the event, which was pretty lucky. Why is the Mooncat so good? It has to do with its passive. Every 70 seconds, it naps for 20 seconds. New fruit within 20 studs will be 1.5 times larger. Triceratops is a pet that was introduced last update, that being the prehistoric update. The Triceratops can be obtained from a dinosaur egg with a 3.25 chance, so it's pretty easy. You can get a dinosaur egg from handing in any pet that's not a dinosaur inside of the dino machine with a chance to get a dinosaur egg. You can also craft a dinosaur egg using a common egg, one bone blossom fruit, and some shekels. This method requires you to have at least one Triceratops and the rest Mooncats. Let's get into how this works. You want to place your Triceratops down and wait till its timer hits around 1 minute 15 seconds to 1 minute 25 seconds. So the perfect time would be around 1 minute and 20 seconds. When the timer reaches that spot, you want to place down all your Mooncats and make sure that your plant still has the fruits on it. After the Mooncats are down, and their timer reaches around 15 seconds, you want to harvest all the fruit on the plant and get your trowel ready to move the plant into the designated spots where the Mooncats sleep. When the Mooncats sleep, you want to trowel your plant into the designated spot and quickly place down a master, godly, and basic sprinkler. Again, the reason why we're not using advanced is because advanced does not influence how big your fruit gets, rather it increases its chance to become gold or rainbow. When the Triceratops timer reaches 0 and all sprinklers are placed, while the Mooncats are actively sleeping, it should ram your plant and you should have big fruit. You can do this around 3 times as your master sprinkler will last for 10 minutes. You cannot escape its radius unless you want to use another one. One thing to note is that you can also do this without sprinklers, but obviously sprinklers do make this method a lot more effective. That wraps up method 2, and now we'll go on to method 3, that being the XP method. This method is called the XP method, which merely translates to one of the fastest ways to have your pets gain experience. Do note, for the best efficiency, the max amount of pet slots is extremely encouraged. This is helpful with the new mutations update. Level 50 pets are required for pet mutations. For this method, there are 2 ways to go about it. First is using a full inventory of blood owls, which are pets that give an XP boost to all active pets that are equipped. The blood owl is a pet that was introduced during the Blood Moon event, and could be obtained from the Blood Moon shop for about 60 million shekels. It is no longer obtainable, and the only way to get a blood owl is through trading. It's pretty high in the market, so it won't be such an easy get. As to this day, it remains one of the top pets for leveling pets. Let's get into how to do this method. You will need the designated pet that you wish to level, and the rest being blood owls. What you would also want is the moth pet, introduced during the friendship update and can be obtained from the anti-bee egg. The anti-bee egg could have been bought for Robux in the limited time shop or crafted at the Busy Bear event. The moth pet does is every 13 minutes it restores a random pet's hunger to 100%. This way your pet doesn't lose hunger, meaning that it always gains experience. The second best way to level up your pet would be to use one of the more new pets, that being the capybara. The capybara is obtainable from the paradise egg with a 21% chance. This pet, of all the pets in the game, gives the most amount of experience and has a secondary passive. It gives all pets within 16 studs invulnerability to losing their hunger, and they will also gain 3 to 8 experience every second. This is extremely good because as your pet is gaining experience, its hunger bar does not move, and the amount of experience that it releases is incredible for this pet's rarity. Just like the blood owls, find a designated pet that you wish to level and have the rest of your inventory be filled with capybaras. To get sense of how much you can possibly have, a level 10 capybara can give around 4 XP per second. And if you have max pet slots and are using 7 of these along with your designated pet to level up, that will be a sum of around 21 XP per second. Every minute, that will be 1.2k XP. Every hour, that will be around 75,000 experience. Every 3 hours, it will be around 226,000 experience. And even in 6 hours, that will be around 500k experience. Of course, this is a very rough estimate, and the amount is definitely set to be lower because pets move randomly around your farm. That way, they won't be constantly getting XP, but the amount of capybaras that are laid within your plot increase your chances of the pets being in that designated area to gain XP with a large increase. An honorable mention for you if you're just trying to level up pets with the sole reason of not pet mutations, but increasing egg, pet equips, and pet inventory slots is the starfish pet. The starfish pet was introduced during the summer update as well and can be found inside the common summer egg, which has a 35% chance of appearing in the egg shop, and out of this egg you can receive the starfish with a 50% chance. The reason why the starfish is such a good pet for leveling is because of its passive, in which it gains additional experience per second. It starts off relatively low, with it being around 4 to 5 depending on the size of your pet, and with each increase, the amount of experience that itself gains increases at an alarming rate. The starfish paired up with blood owls and even capybaras can easily take a level 5 starfish to around level 20 in around 15 to 30 minutes. I also forgot to mention, but with this new pet update comes pet treats and toys. Your main focus will be on the treats if you're looking for a faster way to gain experience, as a medium pet treat can be found in the gear shop, and one spot gives you a total of 3. It gives your pet a medium boost to the experience over time. Another treat can be crafted at the crafting station using a common egg, a dragon's fruit seed, 1 blueberry, and 1,000,000 shekels. The last but not least method of this video is the hedgehog method. The hedgehog was a pet that was added in the animal update. It was obtainable during the Lunar Glow event by giving the wise old owl moonlit fruits in exchange for 10 or more lunar points, and unlocking the first milestone on the reward track, which will give the player a hedgehog pet. It is also able to be hatched from the night egg with a 40% chance, and the premium night egg with a 49% chance. This pet is no longer obtainable, as well as its second variant, the Blood Hedgehog. The Blood Hedgehog is a legendary pet added in the Blood Moon event update. The Blood Hedgehog shares the same model as the Hedgehog, however, its stats are much higher than the normal Hedgehog. The normal Hedgehog pet grants prickly fruit in a 30 stud radius, a 1.5x size bonus, while the Blood Hedgehog grants a 2 times size bonus with a 25 studs and 1.7 variant bonus within 20 studs of a prickly fruit. Very obviously, prickly fruits can be described as fruits or plants that have a spiky appearance, and to know for sure, you can look at the Grow Garden wiki for further information. Prickly fruits include the horned mushroom, which can be obtained from the ancient seed pack, the giant pinecone, which can be bought from the seed shop, nectar thorn, which was obtainable during the busy beer event, cactus, which can be bought from the seed shop, aloe vera, which was craftable during the summer event using summer coins, and some other items, dragon fruit, which can be bought from the seed shop, Celesta Berry, which is obtainable during the Lunar Glow event, and the Venus Flytrap was a super rare plant that was obtainable during the Venus Flytrap event. The way to do this method, along with every other method, is to make sure that you have as much pet equip slots as you possibly can, and get as many blood or normal hedgehogs as you possibly can, and place them down within your garden. Next, you want to plant your prickly fruit in the middle of your garden. This is the most likely spots for your hedgehog to cross while they wander around in your farm. I would recommend using horned mushroom, as it is one of the best prickly fruits to make the most amount of money, and even for it to just look cool within your garden. This method requires a lot of trial and error, as you will get small mushrooms and you will also get medium-sized mushrooms, but it fully determines on how much you're willing to grind to the end goal of a really big mushroom. It is not needed, but will definitely show better results, and that is using the sprinkler method while doing this. It has still not been patched and will not be patched until the devs say otherwise. Now, as promised, I will show you the best way to get the biggest bone blossom inside of Grow Garden, using the methods that we just talked about.
No, I did just wake up, so this is kind of a really bad time to be recording this video because the whole entire rest of this video is like very high energy, but I did want to get this out, so here goes nothing. You place the Triceratops down, and then we're just going to wait for the timer to hit 1 minute 20 seconds, and then we're going to place all of our Mooncats down. As we can see, it's about to hit 1 minute 20 seconds, and we're just going to go ahead and put all of our Mooncats down. The time should be lined up with the Triceratops. Do master, do a godly, and then we're gonna do a basic. I'm just gonna wait for the Triceratops to do his thing. It's pretty average sized fruit, so I can't exactly say that I'm happy with that. This is a few minutes later, honestly about 3 tries later from the previous attempts. And as you can see, we got a bone blossom that before Windstroke was applied is around 23 million, I believe. Or honestly, 27 million, sorry. Again, because I have such a high bone blossom, I would have been satisfied with this size, honestly. So we have 23, we have maybe 8 billion, we have 8 million. And again, this is a really good size. And again, you guys could just stay with this, but again, I do feel like I want to invest at least more because I know the potential that these bone blossoms have of getting really big. Yeah. Wait. I mean, this honestly, I got to see the price. This was not above 40. 54. This is my biggest one. This is my biggest. This is my biggest. This is honestly my biggest. This is my biggest bone blossom I've ever gotten. And thank you for watching. As you can see now, we got bone blossom worth 54 million. I know you can get higher than this, but again, it's just really, I'm in a time crunch, and it's like how willing you're and how much time you're willing to spend into getting something like this, which is again definitely achievable. So I just say keep grinding and just keep going at it until you get the desired size of a big bone blossom that you want. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.